Whoa. Hi, so it's just me out here by myself. I'm in the forest. It's around about almost 7 o'clock now. It's just gotten dark. It's getting windy. It's getting cold. I'm naked. Oh my god. Ugh. Okay, so it's just me out here tonight. I'm completely naked. So it's just out. Okay, so it's just me out here tonight. Hey, so it's just me out here tonight. I'm completely naked, as you can see. All the way down to my feet, completely naked, no underwear, nothing. Okay, so it's getting very cold. It's almost about 7 o'clock, just not far from 7, maybe 6:40. It's gotten dark, it's getting cold. I'm in the UK. This is one of the first trips I've done in the UK. The reason why I don't really do the UK much is that it's not very exotic, but now that it's winter, well, now that it's autumn now even, now that's when things get cold, and that's when you've got to kind of survive out naked in the cold. It's going to be a very cold night. It's going to be a few degrees warm in the when it gets to like midnight. Maybe about 4 in the morning, it's going to be about 5-6 degrees. It's going to be absolutely freezing out here. As I said, I'm in no clothes as well, so that's going to make it 10 times harder. Now, my main concerns really aren't food or water. You know, this is a one-night thing. You know, I'm not going to die from thirst or die from malnutrition anytime soon. I've got plenty of fat on me to be able to keep my body reserves going. But my issues tonight are going to be two things. Well, my issue tonight is really just one thing. My problem is one thing, and that comes out in two ways. So problem is warmth. If I get too cold, I'll get hypothermia and I'll die out here. I'm miles away from the nearest places to get out, so I can't really hike out as it's too dark. I don't have my shoes on my feet, which means that I can't move at speed. I'd end up probably hurting my feet. I can't really see the ground too clear right now. Which means that, you know, if I'm kind of walking around, I'm going to end up just tripping over, hurting myself worse. So I think the best move for me to do is to stay put. So, whilst the problem tonight is warmth, I need the warmth, there's two ways to hit it. Whilst the problem tonight is warmth, there's two ways to strike at that. Number one is shelter, number two is fire. Now, I want to focus on shelter first, because shelter is reliable. Everything you do to create a better shelter, you will reap the benefits. But with a fire, if you keep on, you know, but with a fire, if you kind of keep on doing, you know, the different ways to make a fire, what if you don't make the fire and then you're going to spend the whole night cold? So at least a shelter, you're going to get at least something. Now, I was very fortunate tonight. I've been like walking around scouting, and I did actually notice somebody's actually left a half-made shelter. Well, I shouldn't say a half-made shelter. It was a fully made lean-to shelter, but obviously over time, you know, all the kind of leaves on it, and it's all kind of decayed, being in disrepair. But that gives me a massive head start to what I need to do, and a massive advantage, you know. Because out here in survival, you know, the plan was to make it myself. You know, because, you know, I come out to the woods, you're not going to expect anything out here. The plan was to make it myself. But if you do find something, you'd have to be an absolute idiot to not to use it. So I'm going to show you where it is. I've put one of my bags down there already. Here we go. It's hard to see, but it's quite hard to see, but it's a basic lean-to shelter. So you got one main beam going down here, down at an angle, like a slow slope, and then you got pieces coming down at about 45 to 50 degree angles coming down. Now this is quite an effective shelter, as it's the easiest shelter to make. It's the easiest one by far, okay? It doesn't take any kind of tools at all. The second advantage is that you're able to kind of like keep a small compartment where, because you're sleeping on the floor, there's no airflow sapping heat from you. Though the floor will sap heat from you, the airflow will make it worse. It's on the ground, it's very compact, so when the air gets warm inside there, it's going to warm up your whole body and keep it warm for the whole night. I'm going to just show you around what it looks like. As you can see, it's got leaves on here, but you probably can't tell. It's got leaves here, but you probably can't tell they're all dead. There's massive holes in there. It's been raining today, on and off, which means that if it does rain again tonight, these holes are going to be an absolute liability. So I need to cover them up. Best way to cover those up are not with dead leaves, are with fresh leaves which have been off trees. So I'm going to tear some off some trees and go from there.